Hello, everyone. So, this is the third part in the introduction of cloud computing. And in this lecture, we're going to understand the difference between the public cloud, the private cloud, and the hybrid cloud. Okay. So, we're going to understand this in terms of AWS only. Okay. I will tell you what is the basic difference, like what's the basic term means and how it is being utilized in AWS. So, basically, we have three types of, you can say, the cloud components, okay, that the customer can deploy. One is the public cloud, second is the private, and third one is the hybrid. Okay, so if I talk about the AWS public cloud, so public cloud means that is available for everyone, that can be used by anyone over the internet. Okay, so that is a public cloud as the term indicates itself. So in the public cloud space, AWS services like EC2 or Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud provides infrastructure and services over the public internet and are hosted at an AWS identified region. So AWS EC2 is a service which provides the customer the facility to deploy the web a server onto the cloud. Okay, so we will gonna talk about this in the EC2 section, but in the simple terms, if you want to deploy a server in cloud, just go with AWS EC2 service, so which is available for everyone and anyone over the internet. So that's one of the example of you can say that comes under the AWS public cloud. Okay, so it offers various advantages such as the low cost of ownership, automated deployments, scalability, security, and reliability. So that's where public cloud comes with these advantages, and it can be well suited for like the data storage, data archival, application hosting, on-demand hosting of microsite application, and so on. So basically, you can with public cloud offerings services like AWS EC2, you can simply deploy a server on the cloud, you can implement the security, and over that EC2 server, you can also deploy your applications, which can be publicly available for the everyone on the internet. Okay. So, yep, that's what public cloud means. If I talk about the private cloud, so as as the term indicates, that private cloud is basically completely private, and it is up to the customers. Like customer can define who can access this particular section of their cloud. Okay, so this is basically a cloud infrastructure that is used for by a single organization. For example, every company, for example, Netflix, Snapchat, Barclays Bank, and so on. Like every company has their public private cloud in which they have deployed their application because they don't want anyone over the internet to come and access their architecture, right? So for that use case, the companies use the private cloud for deploying their applications. So infrastructure is provisioned on-prem. Okay. So such as the VMware and so on. Private cloud environments offer a great configurability support to any application and support those legacy applications that suffer the performance issues in the public cloud. So as I told you, in private, the network will be isolated. Okay. Customer can define what network they want to use, and that will be completely private. Hence, the performance will improve. Unlike the public cloud, where the network is completely exposed over the internet. Okay. So we're gonna see this again in action in our future training sessions. Okay, but just understand that private cloud is the main, you can say, the main use case for security. If customer wants security over the cloud, then they will go with private cloud. Okay, as I said that it offers a great level of control and security. And like you can go with private cloud if you want strict security, latency, and regulatory and data privacy level, because that is something that is not met by the public cloud. So in private cloud, customer can define what level of access a person could have, okay, in their team. What kind, like you can also restrict the traffic, what traffic or what portion of traffic is allowed into their private cloud. So customer has much more control in terms of access, right, in the private cloud. Okay. And like if you want to host a business critical application and data, then private cloud is the go-to model. So I hope that makes sense. And if let's talk about the hybrid. So the term hybrid itself indicates that it's a combination of two things. in our case, in terms of cloud computing, it's a combination of public cloud and the hybrid cloud. So whenever like an organization wants to leverage the cloud for both its efficiency and cost saving, but also wants security, privacy, control, it looks for hybrid cloud. So means some portion of your infrastructure will be exposed as a public cloud, and the some portion of your infrastructure or architecture will be exposed as a private cloud, because both of the clouds provide their own advantages. So if the customer wants to utilize the advantages of both the clouds, then it will go with hybrid cloud. And with the hybrid cloud model, like, it is best suitable for the large organization that wants the flexibility and scalability offered by the public cloud, and the security and the access control that is offered by the private cloud. Okay, so like given today's dynamic and increasingly complex business environment, organization have to constantly reevaluate their infrastructure. Okay, so as I told you, so public cloud is fairly, if I talk about in terms of costs, so public, as I said, is completely available for the anyone on over the internet. So it is fairly cheaper as if you want to go with the private cloud model, right? Because private cloud comes with a greater security, and that comes with a cost also. So in terms of cost, like private cloud is going to be a little bit, you can say, costlier than the public cloud one. So if customer wants the advantages and customer wants to control their cost to some extent, they can go with the adoption of hybrid cloud model. So nowadays, you can say big companies like Amazon, like you can say the Netflix. Yeah, Netflix is utilizing multiple clouds. Okay, they have deployed some of their servers on their on-prem, and they have deployed a big portion of their architecture on the cloud, like AWS cloud, OpenShift, and so on. So Netflix is taking the advantage of hybrid cloud. Okay, so that's it. These are the three cloud models available today. And yep, I hope that that is clear to you now. And I'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you so much.